Welcome to Red Dot Comics then. Oh, sorry, I need to do that again. I was not prepared.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, you know us. We are back with Red Dot Comics then after a long hiatus. But today we have a very special recap episode that we're quite excited to shoot. Usually I have a bunch of cards in front of me that I'm like looking at it. Today don't have. There's nothing, okay?
Yeah, we're not prepared at all.
So I have
no prep.
Yeah, no prep, no script. We're just gonna go for it. I think today what we're really gonna do is talk about the last 6 episodes that we shot already and also show a bit of the YouTube shorts we just released. Very, very nicely done up by Nadra, who's part of our COMIXSG team. So yay, thank you to Nadra.
Thank you, Nadra.
You can actually see her in episode 1 if you're curious. She talks about her work as a comic artist as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's just start with the first video, the first YouTube short.
And I think it's easy to not pay attention because, like I was saying, like, like manga. It feels like manga and Western comics is so like more bright and shiny.
I'm clearly holding on to the comic for dear life.
Outside of Singapore.
Yeah, why
honestly.
actually? I'm nervous, ma. First episode, right?
I think it's part of like our project. What Singapore has to offer, and like the kind of creatives it has to offer, and also really just showcase like the kind of love and appreciation
I don't like it.
Quick space.
to talk about it.
Okay, wait. So that was episode 1. Okay, wow. Okay, episode 1. That was a nice episode because it was with the whole team.
Yeah, exactly.
I get a lot of warm fuzzy feelings when I see Wing and Nadra's faces in the video because I think maybe people don't realize, but off camera we have a lot of help from our interns, our producers. So I mean,
shout out to them, Basil, Shafiq, who are here. Yeah, Nadra is here as well. She's hiding her face, but it's okay, we see you.
Yeah, so that's very important.
Yeah, honestly, like the YouTube shorts, you can't do it without her. So much of the work behind the scenes stuff, they gotta be done, and it's only then that we can actually, have stuff to show you guys, right?
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, I feel Viency also, like, we have come a long way from episode 1 up to now. I feel very proud, I feel like we've come a long way. So yay. Episode 2, love and dating.
It's me again.
Of course it's you.
I don't want to face myself.
What? And I was like,
yeah, I like this edit a lot. Good job, Nadra.
It's really funny.
This love and dating episode, it was so much fun actually.
It was. I think like as the first episode with artist guests coming on, it was such a good start to the podcast. Honestly,
yeah, I think it's one of the most viewed videos podcasts that we have.
Yeah,
I think it's super relatable. I hope that a lot of viewers, all the viewers that watch our podcast watch this episode, especially because I think
she's really funny.
Yeah, and I feel like the Singaporean perspective on love and dating is not commonly talked about also. So I feel this is very refreshing content.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can also check out Angie's comics and Samara's as well. They're both really, really great artists. Okay, so moving on to episode 3. Superheroes.
In Singapore, we have tons of very talented people who are
this idea.
Waiting to be discovered. And
Ideal, he was, just to share with readers, like, he was recovering from COVID during this time. So I'm so glad that he showed up. Yeah.
Okay, there was an interesting conversation, I think, about like how they reconcile like creating superheroes in Singapore vs like Western superheroes. I thought that was super interesting because what are we like? How do we make our Singaporean heroes unique vs Western superheroes, and then how will other people want to read Singaporean heroes as well? I think was very, very interesting, like during that episode. Yeah, and check out.
Okay, I thought of something. So for this episode, I think one particular thing is that they're both writers. So it's the only episode we had where we featured writers instead of artists. And it's interesting to hear their perspective as well, how they
They
collaborate
talk about
with
world
this.
building a little bit.
Yeah, storytelling, world building.
Which is actually quite different from when we talk to artists, because artists is always about style. How about like their drawing or you know, their artist journey? They are a little bit different. So I think it's always pretty cool. But speaking of that, I think the next artist that we had for the next episode, he was really awesome. Totally unfiltered.
All in all, I think it was
Dan
good.
Wong.
I learned quite a number of things. Yeah, it was fun.
So did you take it down on?
No, I didn't.
When did this happen? Because I feel if it happened today, like in this day, in this
Cancel.
put a nail in the coffin already. Yeah.
Okay.
This stuff where I was scanning an accident.
Yeah, so this episode, the artwork that Dan is talking about, we didn't really include the full description in the YouTube short. Okay, maybe we can talk a bit about censorship lah. So I think for a lot of people, this is always a hot topic in Singapore, especially comic artists. People are like, oh, Charlie Chan got banned. Okay, guys, it didn't get banned. The funding got withdrawn. That's a separate thing. But a book about comics did get banned recently, which is Red Lines by Cherian George and Sunny Liu. So I think it's very important for comic artists to recognize this. Unless you do something very, very specific, you will not get banned. So in that sense, you should feel free to do anything you want. I want to say this to everybody.
Yeah.
Publish whatever you want.
And
Online.
Also online,
in
online
print.
you're also more free to, you know, have free reign over the like creative freedom. Just do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what Dan shows, right, because he draws politicians, he draws like insulting, violent, sexual
Caricatures.
like, gross, caricatures of politicians.
Yes.
And he gets away with it, and he still works with the government.
They're like his regular clients. So honestly, it's all okay, man.
Yeah, it's all okay. Don't set the lines for yourself. If you get there, you know, people will still support you. That's very important also.
And let's be real, nowadays controversy very helpful for people to
sell books.
To sell. We are not promoting that, okay? Don't take this tip from us. But like realistically, some amount of controversy or like people have talking about you is helpful as well in some ways. But don't chase it. Don't have controversy like for the sake of it, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just do your work, just be genuine about your work, and I think what comes after that will come after.
Yeah, as a publisher though, I feel yes, just
Just do.
like if you get into trouble, we'll support you even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some publishers like the more interesting angles also as well.
Yeah, I don't want to name names. But okay.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go to the next.
Okay, next one. The one with Zhu or Zhu. She's a variant cover artist.
Zoo is very pretty. I don't know, I got a huge crush on Zoo.
And then like see, so it's a constant sort of like feedback, like loop. And for me, that's what's very interesting, being like an artist, because I mean, I think a lot of artists might feel this way, but as, personally for me, I really enjoy the process quite a bit. Like the person did everything to me.
No, she was so kind. She brought like comics, like copies of her comics, and she gave it to us and also the guys like behind, like the team as well. Oh, so awesome.
Yeah.
And she signed it.
Yeah, and she
so now we all have signed Zhu or Zhu comics at home.
Yeah.
The benefits of this podcast.
Yeah, Zoo, honestly, I feel like her aura, I don't know if I don't know if it comes across on camera, it probably doesn't, but you know, like when she was with us, right, I feel like this is like amazing aura. She's like super,
the halo.
She's like super artistic, like she's super in touch with her, I don't know, like what is it, like her inner world seems to be very,
she's very
like,
rich,
vibrant and very
vibrant,
creative, and
yes.
like she can draw very into her emotions to create art. I'm like, I feel like she's on another planet.
Yeah, she's the kind of creator that I feel like kind of aspire to be, wherein she has so many hobbies and then they somehow all mix into one like beautiful thing, and then she creates so many beautiful works, just like of all the kind of experience she builds up. When I have hobbies, they just come to nothing.
Don't say that, it's not true.
Like I would be like, okay, I'm gonna pick up sewing, and then after that, you know, well, then there's that. Like they don't melt together the way she does it. Like, oh, I pick up sewing, and then sewing's just like a separate thing. But then for her, it's like, oh, she picks up sewing, and then she she adds it into her artwork.
Yeah.
So she embroiders it, and then she puts it out in her artwork. So, you know, like that's the kind of thing that she does that really wowed us.
Yeah, she's really amazing.
Yeah.
I feel especially like students might relate to her story a lot because she talks about how she studied photography and then, somehow, her road led her to becoming a Variant comic artist. So I thought that was a super interesting story.
I think she went from like fine art to animation and then
Animation.
and then from there was like was it like she also studied some photography as well somewhere along the line, and then after that it became like she met someone like I think at a con. I think
no, actually her work was scouted online.
Was scouted online.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was. I think it was like
Instagram or something.
yes,
like
Instagram.
that.
So it was really, really cool, like the way that she talks about her journey. So if you guys are interested, you should totally watch that episode.
And that was episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's our second last episode. And the
The last episode is a really great one as well. It's
Yeah,
with
she's
Bubble
the
Shots.
nominated himself.
Yes. Guess what the name is?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Puns.
Oh my god, it's still funny, so it's very like.
Oh yeah, I just want to scroll back just cause I wanted to show.
With the name the hamster.
Yes. Guess what the name?
Look at him, he's so cute.
The plushie.
The plushie, they let me hug him, Like
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing, I was like, emotional support.
Yeah, and the plushie has a butthole.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
I
I don't
don't know. I did show that. I did show that during the podcast, I think, right? Or did we edit it out? I don't remember.
I really like their. As in, I feel like Phoebe and Joshua, they have this very cute vibe, like
Yeah.
very wholesome energy, and then he has a lot of these dad jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it comes also from being a teacher where you're basically like also a dad to just like 40 students in your class. So he's very used to that. Oh, and I remember during the episode he did mention that all of their characters were named after like people he wished he named, like after like names he wished he named his kids. So that's how he named his characters. So it's like he has the dad energy already, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's actually very different from the other comic people that we interviewed. They're very wholesome and they're very family. It's
Yes.
very sweet.
They're on Instagram, by the way, and they are really, really great. Also, they have, I think they have a lot of, they have a huge following and also a lot of projects, I think, like coming up. So you should totally check them out and follow them.
Yeah, I think they're, in terms of comic creators in Singapore that are like at the top of the Instagram game, surprisingly, this wholesome comic stuff actually gets a lot of reach. So I think their journey as like an Instagram comic creator is pretty interesting. So like how they organize their time, how they organize their work, those insights are pretty good as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think we had a really, really good run with all these artists and also the writers that we had this chance to talk to them. So we were very, very lucky. And also I'm very lucky that Lingying invited me here to be able to talk to them. So that was really, really nice.
The last part of this video, we just want to respond to some of the comments that came out.
So the first one I think we've been dying to get to ever since we saw it actually.
Maybe we start.
Did we perhaps make this entire video just so we could talk about this comment? Maybe, perhaps, I don't know.
Okay, so
but let's hear it. Okay.
yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Okay, so from Dylan Ho, most comic readers are male. Your content should be skewed more towards majority male audience if you want to increase viewership. Just saying.
I can't take it. Oh my god. Okay. I've never been I never imagined that the day we release a video podcast with all women on the screen, someone would mansplain to us that we're not catering to male audiences and that's a bad idea because majority of comic book readers are male. Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for giving.
off.
Yeah, I know. I want to say thank you to this commenter for commenting on our video. I think you definitely help us to feel more alive and also help to remind us why is it that we do the things that we do. I mean, why not have more women on the show? Okay, first of all, right, do guys really just want to watch other guys talking? I don't really think so. And secondly, do you know how many women read comics? I mean, where are your statistics from? Do you just have a sense that more guys read comics because you are a guy and you read comics? I don't know. Are you a girl? Actually, I don't know also. Dylan could be guy or girl. So I just want to say like thank you for your comment. It definitely helped us to review why we have a lot of women on this show. Well, I mean, we're both women and we both work in comics.
Exactly.
And we both read comics. So, you know, statistically speaking, I would say that like many comic book readers are female. So who cares if we cater to this crowd? Why not?
And it's exactly with comments like this where we are like, yes, we need more women because clearly you're not seeing them, right? If you're like, okay, actually, only male readers are viewing it. That means we need more women already. So we're giving you more women. So then you know that there are more women reading comics. Isn't this great? You're learning as well. We're helping you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for us at COMIX.SG, we just want to be upfront about this, okay? We're a majority female team. Many females work in the local comic book industry. For example, Difference Engine is also run by mostly female team. You know, we don't really think about gender when it comes to these things. Like, if you're a good artist, you're a good artist. If you're a good publisher, you're a good publisher. If a book is good, it's good. In this day and age, like, we don't want to see things in this like very gendered way lah. It's not. I don't feel like that's the right way to talk about, you know, art and how we appreciate art also. Okay, the other comments are more chill. Yeah, sorry for that outburst. Yeah, so shout out to Woke Salaryman Wei Chun. He commented on our episode with Dan Wong, and we're like, yay! You know, Woke Salaryman actually watches our podcast. We're so
I love his comics.
Yeah,
very good tips. Very good
Bring him
tips.
on.
Yeah, we're very
Oh,
flattered.
we want to.
Yeah, we are shouted out again. I'll do this. I said I'll shout out again. That we emailed you and we also DM'd you on Instagram. We hope that one day you'll reply us and consider coming onto our show. For those of you who know them personally, please help us to give a shout out.
Maybe you know you guys are fans, right? You can go to be like, hey, maybe you guys can do a podcast with COMIXSG.
probably knows him.
Oh,
Dan knows him. Dan knows
Dan
him.
does know him. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, let's just lay on more pressure.
If the fans ask for it, you know, that's when things happen. So ask for it.
That brings us to our last comment today, which is from Nadra,
Who is right here?
who is right here.
Don't hide.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just read it out for Nadra. So Nadra said, it's surreal to see myself in a podcast for the first time. Really happy to be a part of it and hopefully the start of something magical. I get one fuzzy feelings reading this because I really feel like Nadra is a very big part of the COMIX.SG team and the COMIX.SG journey. And like when she said the start of something magical, I'm like, yes, it is the start of something magical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like she wrote this like how many months ago, and like since then I feel we have achieved a lot together. So really like thank you to Nadra and you know, like those of you who are on our Discord, those of you who are on our social media, guys, it's all thanks to Nadra, you know, so
She was the first moderator. She created the Discord. She created the Instagram. She posted on Instagram. She did so much, honestly.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah.
Really. She's the start of something magical. Woo!
Yeah, so I think that brings us to the end of today's shoot. We're like run over time as usual.
Yes.
So okay, just want to say like big thank you to all our guests who join us for the podcast. So this is season 1. Of course, there'll be season 2 in the future. But you know, the people who joined us, we're still in touch with them. You know, we are trying to be one big family here. So it's great. And we're so grateful to everyone who supported us and came on our show, and most importantly, people who watched the episodes.
Yes.
We wouldn't do any of this without you. Thank you.
Thank you to all those who watched. Yeah. And we're really just here for you guys, really, and we're making content for you as well.
Yeah, and of course, the last thing we want to say is that, look forward to season 2. It's coming out soon. And if you want more of Vic.comics, then please check out our new YouTube shorts that we took out from the season 1 episodes. And of course, feel free to rewatch or watch season 1 episodes if you haven't done so already.
Leave us comments. It'll help with the algorithm. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think that's all for today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, we'll be back soon. So see you guys in December. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.